Hello and welcome to EUD TV. I'm Sofia Izari, President of the European Union of the Deaf. In this second episode of EUD TV, we explore one of the most urgent and fast evolving topics today: artificial intelligence and sign languages. How can AI affect our rights, our communication, and does it have a positive or a negative impact on our inclusion in society? We'll be sharing a report from our AI workshop in Brussels, a studio interview with Professor Dr. Felipe Venade, who wrote an important report on this topic, and insights from key deaf experts and participants. But first, let's hand over to our board member Andy van Horebeke. He is the chair of the ICT and Accessibility Working Group. We will ask him to walk us through what they have been working on so far. Thank you, Sophia. I'm here reporting from Brussels, where we just held EUD's AI and Sign Language workshop. This is a part of our new Ethical AI Sign Language Interpretation Fellowship. It is making sure deaf people lead the development of sign language technologies. We brought together, on the one hand, tech experts, on the other hand, academics, and the community to lead this fellowship on AI in the right direction. Both yesterday and today, we focused on and we discussed a range of different topics. From the perspective of law, the ethical side, the community, and the future of the NADs. How can AI be inclusive and respectful of sign languages? We explored the possible risks and the important questions related to the future of AI. In-depth discussions about these topics, this is the first step. But of course, with many more to come. Let's take a look at the highlights. This was an important first step, but we're just getting started. Thanks again to everyone who joined. And now, back to you, Sophia. Thank you, Andy, for your report and your excellent work in leading this initiative. Now, I will introduce to you Professor Dr. Felipe Venade. He is a legal expert and the author of the report with the title Sign Language in the Era of Artificial Intelligence, which we launched during the workshop in Brussels. Hello, Felipe. Welcome to EUD TV. Thank you. So let's start talking about your report. What inspired you to write this report? And why is it important for the deaf community? Thank you for the excellent question. These reports have usually been written by hearing researchers about their perspectives on deaf people. Now it's the other way around. Deaf people themselves having the capacity and confidence of writing these reports. Really positive. There are deaf experts in the legal domain that have a positive impact to make sure people believe in the importance of the institution of EUD, and this report is a positive result of that for everyone. Thank you. You write about digital rights for sign language users. What do those look like in practice to you? The reports we had over time had some vague information. They covered topics like laws and AI, but it was never linked to language. We found out about some things, for example, the law for one institution says that as a result of AI, there is no more need to provide sign language interpreters. This is clearly a different viewpoint. Both can be provided. People must have practical examples and be really careful about languages. We need more perspectives like that. Great. So, next question. What's the danger if AI is developed without deaf involvement? A life without AI is impossible. We must implement it in our lives. But the question really is, how do we do that? We need deaf leadership to come up with practical examples. Remember the Milan conference in 1880? Because of that, we were put far behind. AI is a completely new kind of technology where deaf people really can lead the way. We should focus on lawmaking, politics, and other areas. We can show the way because a life without AI is impossible. Good. And what can policymakers do to ensure AI supports linguistic equality? What can we say about the legal perspective? People, policymakers, and others need to change their way of thinking. The rapid changes in technology influence the lives of all people. All people, both the policy field and the deaf community, need to come together. There must be a dialogue to better understand the status of language rights. Equal language rights means a right to equal technology as well. To have the right of equal languages but not of the equal technology is not an option. We need to advocate for equal technology as well, and for this we need dialogue. This is really the key, really crucial. We must continue our advocacy work in the upcoming next years. If we work together well, it will evolve in a really good way and we will have stronger rights. Thank you, Felipe, for your explanation and for being here with us today and for your important work for EUD. Thank you so much. Okay, one of the deaf experts who joined the workshop is Dr. Maartje de Mulder, a senior researcher and lecturer at HU University of Applied Sciences, Utrecht. In 2021, she wrote an important article asking, "Is good enough good enough?" when it comes to AI and sign languages. Let's hear from Dr. de Mulder now. In 2021, I published an article, "Is good enough good enough?" This question remains very important to this day. Now, 4 years later, sign languages and AI have rapidly evolved. Other technologies, such as ChatGPT, have also undergone a rapid evolution. We clearly see the need for further research. And we need deaf people to lead this research. The goal is to shape our future and to ensure that AI evolves in the way we envision it to be. Thank you, Maartje. Now, I'd like to introduce Joe Murray, WFD President. He reminded us that AI is one of the most important topics of the 2025 WFD conference in Kenya. We are eager to listen to his message. AI is a very widespread technology. Deaf people are already using AI in different ways. The business is growing, but how does the community deal with this new reality? At WFD, we work together with the EU and other partners to tackle this challenge. Luckily, AI will be the topic for our conference in Kenya in August. We will focus on 3 main topics, all related to AI. We will gather the experiences from the deaf community, we will present these to our experts and researchers, and we will create a suiting policy for the upcoming years about how the deaf community and the deaf associations confront the challenges of AI. We cannot turn a blind eye to AI. It must remain the central focus of our upcoming work. Hello everyone! Today I'm at the European Court of Human Rights at the conference on AI. We are discussing a range of topics related to the deaf community and how to protect our national sign languages. I witnessed some discussions on these topics with the same issues. So I decided to intervene and ask a question about the protection of AI. On the one hand, the national spoken languages versus the translated languages, there is a clear difference between both. For spoken languages, we see that there is a right to use this language with all the emotions and expressions within that language. AI is less used in this context, but AI is also used for translation of websites or texts into sign language. But we need a clear framework. They replied that I was right and we should focus on these minority languages. So my aim is to have more discussions and more networking. Second of all, a lot of AI and apps and subtitling tools use facial expressions, which raises the question on how to protect the data and privacy of these individuals. If AI is learning sign language through the data of people, how can we protect them? So we need a clear policy. There is the Council of Europe Convention on AI, Article 18, which clearly states to aim to protect people with disabilities and children, for example, in educational settings. Sign languages are a part of these domains and therefore need to be protected. All of us clearly are on the same page. We need more frameworks, more legislation, and involvement from people to write the correct documentation so that we are better protected in the future with AI. Thank you. Today, we've explored how artificial intelligence will affect our communities. Not in the future, but right now. We've heard the legal and ethical foundation from Professor Felipe Venade. Also the academic insights from Dr. Maartje de Milder. The global connection through Joe Murray, WFD President. And the reflections of deaf participants across Europe. The message is clear. AI must be built with us, not around us. EUD will continue to lead on this issue through our Ethical AI Fellowship, our advocacy work, and our training across Europe. So let's wrap up. Until next time. But be sure to follow our updates on social media and visit our EUD website. Thank you for watching EUD TV.